How strange to come home to find I have been missed so. I set Cinta down. She spends a long while sniffing at the individual blades of grass before the few remaining leaves clinging to a blackcurrant bush arrest her attention. She bounds across the small lawn and leaps at the leaves. In the past month, she has grown. Her wobbly bat ears still look disproportionate, but her body has lengthened. She is beginning to look more like the corgi she is, rather than a ball of fluff with giant ears. Her attention span remains that of a puppy, and she soon loses interest in the leaves. She also seems to have no interest in going to the toilet now she is outside. Back in the lounge, I have time to clean up after Cinta and set the kettle to boil before the doorbell rings. Cinta howls, and I silence her with a finger on her nose. She tries to follow me down the stairs, and closing the door in front of her earns me another howl. Lady Bergamon is dressed in a heavy wool cloak, and her white hair is just visible under the fur-trimmed hood. I catch a few notes of Santa Baby from a passing car. I step aside to let Lady Bergamon in, and she sets down her basket while she unclasps the cloak and hands it to me. She watches me with a smile as I hang the cloak on my coat stand. Her face is thinner than I recall, almost gaunt, and her aura has an uneven feel to it. When she draws me into a hug, her strength surprises me. She has not yet recovered from the attack on her garden, but at least she appears to be on the mend. I let my relief show in my smile. "How are your hands?" she asks. I flex them, and they twinge. The burn of Bainacre's rot is still fresh in my memory. It has been nearly 3 weeks since Lady Bergamon declared the healing had progressed far enough that I no longer needed to visit her daily. Between her herbs and magic, the cold iron tokens and the antibiotics, the Fey infection has subsided. Like the knife wound in my side, the burns that covered my hands have faded to silvery scar tissue. The healing skin is tight, but a huge improvement on the weeping sores. A little tender, but much better. "That will ease over time," Lady Bergamon says, as she follows me upstairs. "Fey magic is tricky. Any lingering effects from the wolfsbane?" "None, thanks to you and Wishhearth." "Good." As soon as we step into the lounge, Cinta rushes to Lady Bergamon. Cinta's expression is one of adoration, which I thought was reserved for Fungia and Wishhearth. Although she and Lady Bergamon have never met, Cinta is smitten. "Wishhearth told me you'd adopted a puppy." Lady Bergamon strokes Cinta, who squirms and whimpers. "He was quite taken with her. From what I gathered, Wishhearth conspired with Fungia to make sure Cinta came to me. You could share your life with someone far worse. Cinta is quickly showing that to be true." I smile as I head towards the kitchen. "Tea? Please." Lady Bergamon follows me. "I have your father's medicine." "Thanks. When I go to the conclave, I'll bring back the last batch of bottles." "That would be helpful. Otherwise I shall be required to drink more wine." We share a laugh while I prepare a pot of tea and place mugs and a plate of custard creams on the table. I study Lady Bergamon as she pours milk into her tea. The only sounds in the room are the clink of our spoons and Cinta gnawing on a calf hoof. The lines around Lady Bergamon's eyes and mouth are deeper than when we first met, and in them I read a tale of pain and regret. When she catches me staring, there is fatigue in her eyes. "How are you?" I ask. "Time is the greatest healer of all," she says with forced brightness. When I offer no response, she busies herself with selecting a biscuit, which she dunks in her tea. "Truth be told, I haven't been sleeping well. The worst part of all is that I know I'll soon feel better." I wait for her to continue, but when she says nothing further, I shake my head. "I don't understand." "The guilt I now feel, the sorrow, the anger at having been so helpless will fade until I will struggle to remember why I was so sad." "How much of your life do you remember?" It was not what I intended to ask. I cover my uncertainty by lifting the mug to my lips while I wait to see whether my question has offended her. "I remember a great deal, especially major events, but names and faces fade over time. My plants help with that." "You can store memories in your plants?" Lady Bergamon laughs.